Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. A Friday reading vlog. A Friday reading vlog where we're already into Friday. This morning was a bit of a rush. Had to take Daphne to the vet. She's fine. It was to have her vaccinations and to have a little checkup. She's a little bit on the heavy side. So he said to re-weigh her food and find out how much we're giving her. We're actually giving her an all right amount, so I think it's that she needs to exercise a little bit more, so we're going to be doing a little bit of running around with her, which I think will be quite cute actually. So yeah, so that happened this morning. Then I've just got back. David had made me a cup of tea, cheers, and I just read a couple of pages of the book that I'm reading, The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods, whilst I ate a slice of Marmite on toast and a slice of honey on toast, and both were lovely. This is going to be a 3-day reading vlog, I'm hoping, which will be lovely. And the plans for the weekend are, today we're going to daytime choir. We haven't stopped going to daytime choir. We've just been very, very busy in the evenings. I've worked a lot of evenings this week. I went to a craft class. I'll show you the scarf I made at the craft class. And yeah, so it just means that we've had to go to daytime choir to pick up the choir. So we're going to daytime choir again today. I also need to go to the library because I've got books due back today, and one that I need to pick up. It's a Christmas one actually. It's a Christmas drawing book. It's a children's book. And if I don't pick it up today, then I will lose it. So I need to pick that up. So we'll do that on the way to choir. And then tonight, David and I are going to the cinema. Quite late actually. Is it 8:30, David?
Yeah, I think something like that.
8:30 to watch The Outrun, which is a film adaptation of a book called The Outrun by Amy Liptrot, and that's a memoir of her moving. Sorry? Oh, okay. Her moving to. Finished? Yeah. Her moving to Skye, I think, to assist in her recovery from alcohol addiction, and yeah, I love the book. I read it a few years ago, but I loved it and very much looking forward to watching it tonight. But that's not until 8:30, so we'll have dinner here. We've got leftover pasta sauce that had been in the freezer, so we'll have that. Then tomorrow, oh, at some point we'd like to get the Halloween stuff out of the storage, and maybe a few more sturdier autumn things, as in clothes. So we could do that today, we could do that tomorrow. David's going out tomorrow day and evening with some friends, going drinking. So I'll be on my own tomorrow night, which means I'll probably watch Strictly, but also I feel tempted and I'll have a bath. There's that new thing on Netflix, isn't there? I can't think what it's called, but it's got Kristen Bell and Adam Brody in it. And I've seen clips of it and it looks like I'd be very into it. So maybe I'll watch that. He's staying out over the night. And then Sunday, I haven't got my phone in. Are we doing anything Sunday, David? No, David will be hungover. He's not even listening to me now. David will be hungover. So probably just so quite a relaxing weekend of not much else going on. A few things that I'll be doing that I always do in these Friday reading vlogs is reading, obviously. I'd like to finish The Lost Bookshop as this is going on over 3 days. I'm quite enjoying it. It's quite sort of fluffy and enjoyable. There's 3 different perspectives of an older woman, and you're hearing about her perspective. Sorry, a woman who's living in 1922 and has escaped a sort of domestically abusive relationship with her brother. Her brother is trying to coerce her into marrying people that she doesn't want to marry and that sort of thing. She ran away to Paris and now is in Ireland. And then a modern day, a woman who has escaped a domestic abusive relationship with her husband, and she's living in Dublin in working as a sort of living housemaid and help with an older woman. And then there's this perspective from a chap called Henry, who is looking into this disappearing bookshop, which seemingly is where Martha, the younger woman that we're following sort of modern day, is living. That's where the bookshop was, and Opaline, the woman from the 1920s, she worked in that bookshop. So yeah, so there's nice bookish stuff, a few little references to books and stuff like that. It might be a little bit too fluffy for me, but it's certainly a pleasant read. But yeah, if I do get that done, I'd like to maybe read, so this is an autumn book that didn't appear on my autumn TBR, but last week on a Saturday I asked people on Instagram a bookish question, and last week's question was what do you like to read in autumn, and someone mentioned Lolly Willowes by Sylvia Townsend Walnut, and I was like, I've got that book, and I got it off my shelf, and my god, it is literally the most autumnal thing you've ever seen. All of these beautiful leaves and this sort of orange with this burgundy on it, and it's not all that long. It's 201 pages, but obviously it's much smaller than your ordinary book, so I may well start that. I always feel very sort of Elizabeth Bennet when I've got like a smaller naked cloth bound book in my arms, but yeah, I would hopefully like to read that as well. And then, if you haven't been here for a while, or you've not been here before, we at the top of the video we always read out a bookish question, and then we answer it at the end of the video, and you guys can answer it in the comments. Goodnight Moon. Oh, this is a lovely question. Do you remember the first book you read all by yourself? Do you remember the first book you read all by yourself? I don't think I do. But that is a lovely question, but I will have a little think in the old Mind Palace and see if I can remember some of the first books that I read all by myself. And then at some point we'll be listening to a piece of classical music from A Year of Wonder, and we'll be finishing on a poem for every autumn day. Lovely, lovely stuff. Oh, and there should be 2 cooking items this month, because I've just got to, so we're about halfway through this book. I've been cooking my way through the sweet roasting tin. We're now in bread and butter pudding land, and this weekend's bread and butter, but this, what I'm going to be cooking today is coffee and walnut croissant pudding. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. But also, it was my mum's birthday a couple of weekends ago, and I still owe her some cupcakes. And I'd like to make her rosemary lemon curd cupcakes. So I will be making those and delivering those at some point as well. So 2 cooking bits. Always cross stitch going on. These jeans are a little bit tight on me, you know. I finished 2 little Halloween cross stitch things that I need to put into, that I need to put into frames. So this is an L for Lauren with a little ghost saying woo for Halloween, and this is a D for David with a little boy dressed in a pumpkin outfit with a little pumpkin bag, and my little ghost has got a little ghost bag. So yeah, it's very cute. So I need to do those. And then the new copy, David and I, well, David went to the supermarket especially to get the new edition of Cross Stitcher magazine, which came with a lovely free gift on how to make these items. But there's so much Christmas stuff in there, and we realised that we really need to crack on with some Christmas cross stitching. So maybe I will do some of that as well. But for now, I think I'm just going to have a little tidy up of my cross stitch situation. I was cross stitching a little, this will get finished over the weekend, I imagine. Some little toadstools, which I just think are very, I would like to get, here's the little, here it is, and then it comes in like this little wooden frame. I'd like to get a few of those little frames just so I can like display them. When we were in Hobbycraft though, they didn't have them in there. Okay, so yeah. Alexa, what time is it? Oh, Alexa.
It's 10.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 10:03 a.m.
Oh, just gone 10. Okay, well we don't need to leave here for another, well, 2 hours really. I'll finish my tea, read a bit more, have a little tidy up in it, maybe put a load of washing on. And yeah. I've got to film a book haul this weekend as well, because I've got a few books backing up. But there we go, join me. Join me, join me. It has been a busy day. And Dave and I have just filmed a video for Books in My Bag, which we had to sit on the floor for quite some time. Oh, and both of our legs have gone completely dead. So, not much reading's been done. But some very exciting stuff coming up next week. I'm not sure when this video will go up. Maybe Wednesday. If it does go up Wednesday, you've got a video coming up Thursday and Friday this week, as well as one on Sunday. All to do with Bookshop Day and Cosy Reading Night, which will be going ahead on Saturday the 12th of October between the hours of 7 PM till 10 PM. Very exciting. But I've got this bag box to get rid of now. And I think it's 4:25. I think I might sit and have a little read actually, because we've been busy with choir and eating, and then I had to go to the post office to pick this up and all sorts. So I think I'm going to do that. And then get ready for dinner and the cinema. Hello, Duffy. You were such a good girl at the vets this morning. David has decorated for Halloween. It looks like my niece has been round here doing it, and she is 5.
I don't think Laura likes it.
Happy Halloween. I had to do that because this was all tangled up, and he said he tried to do it and he couldn't. These I am quite into. You can see those. They say boo. That's cute. That, God knows why that's there. That's
What?
falling at this horrible thing.
Yeah, we did take that way. I don't like that. I think it's just because you had 2 orange books.
Some of the other bits are quite cute. I very much like our runner, which I actually think Minnie got you that. No. Did Minnie get that for the birthday? No, you weren't. Minnie wasn't around last birthday. Maybe we've had it a few years. I'll show you it. Here's the runner, and it's from Eleanor Boma. To be honest, it needs a bit of a press. Boo! There's quite a lot of boos around the place. Boo. This is the real piece de resistance. All of these ghosts everywhere.
8 of them.
8. You can't move for ghosts. They're in every doorway. He's quite smiley, isn't he? And this one I'm not too keen on, and he's going to look at me while I'm sleeping. And then this bit, which really does look like my niece has been here, and just sort of scattered bits around.
I'm not an artiste. I'm not an interior
But
designer.
if it makes you happy, David, it makes me happy. Anyway, I better go and make dinner now. We've got pasta with leftover frozen pasta sauce, which I've been very much looking forward to eating. Oh, there it is. That's it here as well. And I'm going to do that, and then we're going to watch Richard Osman's House of Games. Mentioned earlier, I think, that I made a scarf earlier this week when I went to a craft club, and here is that scarf. I'm so pleased with it. When, like, I didn't think I'd be able to create something this good. But yeah, I finger knitted it. Isn't that impressive? I mean, I don't think I'll be able to do it again now because I was there being shown, but yeah, it was really easy to do. My sister made a sort of beigey colour one. There was a woman there making it in red, and I thought, oh, I wish I'd got red, but I think maybe orange is nice. I've got to get Daphne down from here. That's her tail there. Bless me. Before I go to the cinema, because we don't like leaving her in here. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. She really likes having her water bowl filled up. And like runs if that starts happening. So maybe I'll do that. Shall I set that up and see if she comes down? Okay. Daphne, I'm filling your water bowl up. Do you want to come? Let's see. To do it from quite a height to create a splash. Oh. I wonder if she can't hear it because David's in the shower. She normally runs instantly. I'm gonna go and check, and I bet she's literally just still up there. You come on! She hasn't moved a muscle. Very disappointing. There's something else I sometimes do that can get her down to lower levels. But look, if I do this, let's see if this works. I'm trying to get Daphne out. Yeah?
Could you get me my towel, please?
I'm trying to get Daphne out, and even the trick didn't work with the water bowl.
Pardon?
The water bowl trick didn't even work. Second trick, which sometimes works. Come on. Treats? Try treats? One treat. You've gone the wrong level. I got her out. Right, I'm gonna go to the cinema now. Oh, see you when I get back. Maybe see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Morning. It's October. She's in her ghost pajamas. These are pajamas I got years ago from Morrison's. David also has a pair. His one's weirdly a short sleeve, which I sort of would prefer, but it's October, I suppose, isn't it? We need to be a little bit cozier. I'm awake. David's made me a cup of tea in my favourite autumn mug. The plan for today is take David over to, he's going out with his friends today, so take David to his friends. And then the rest of the day is my oyster, because I was going to go to the library and to the post office, but I did both of those things yesterday. I also do have to film a book haul, and it probably wouldn't do me any harm to wash my hair. So I'll be doing those things and just cracking on with a bit of reading. So I got to page 298 last night of the Lost Bookshop, so I'll carry on with a bit of that. I feel like maybe I'll get to the next chapter and maybe I'll start Lolly Willowes. I don't know. I'm looking at my bed sheets, which have got all of these leaves on, which look like the leaves on the front of the Lolly Willowes book, and I think maybe I'll do that. But yeah, it's a chill out day. And then Strictly's on tonight. Might have a bath. Strictly in a bit of cross stitch, I think. And probably an early night, which will be quite nice. So yeah, but you can join me for all of that. You can. I feel like this booktube channel is very quickly becoming a cross-stitch channel. That's all I talk about, but it is something I absolutely love. And I'm just about to put mine and David's little things into some frames that I bought from Hobbycraft, which were in the sale, so very, very reasonable. These are normally £4.30 per small deep frame, which are literally the perfect size for these. And they're currently £2, and they're also doing something that if you spend over £15, you get you get £5 off. So I got loads. So I thought I could make them for little Christmas presents and stuff. Danny's going to be. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then, because Halloween is now, the house has now been decorated for Halloween, she says through a grimace, I can put these up. All right, Debbie. Here we go. I bit my thumbnail down a little bit too far, and I regret it a bit. Hello, Daphne's mum. You won't be able to go up there anymore. There's too much stuff up there now. David's making me some toast.
You can't get up there now, can you?
No, she said about it.
Probably...
No, don't eat that. Silly baby. Did Daddy come and take it to put it in a bin? To stop her being so stupid. I'm just putting our little mateys in the frames.
Oh, cute. I don't think there's anywhere to put them though. It's short on room.
Cute. And then let's do this one. I think I better crack on with my autumn one tonight, you know. Because otherwise we're going to run out of autumn for me to display it. And then I want to start on my Christmas stuff because there's so much. There's so many presents I want to make this year that are Christmas cross stitches. She needs the glass in first. Oh, I've done that wrong. Oh, thank you. Cute, aren't they? And back from dropping David off. And something has happened that I've been keen to do. So I follow Ellie Pear on Bits for Dinner on Instagram, and one of the series she does is something called Rollover Leftovers, where she uses up leftovers. And recently she did a post where she got some reduced tomatoes, good reduced tomatoes, and made them able to put them in a sort of like pickling liquid, and made them last 2 to 3 weeks, which you just wouldn't get with tomatoes otherwise. So I've been waiting for the opportunity to see some cheap tomatoes in the shop. I've just been to Sainsbury's to get a few bits for dinner. She's having Mapo style tofu with mushrooms, chilli and spring onion with noodles. And there was these British tomatoes, which are lovely because they're the red and the yellow ones, reduced from £2.15 to £1.39. So I bought 2 packs, and I'm going to preserve them like she did. And I'm very excited about it. So I think there's probably enough to go in there. Maybe actually less than that. This much. I mean, the first thing I can do, I guess, is take them all off and see where they fit. Let's see if they fit in the big one first. And then I'll have some with my lunch, read a bit more Lolly Willowes, and then I'm going to make my mum's cupcakes. I've been so excited to do this with these tomatoes. Yeah, I think we are going to go in the bigger one, you know. Rather than going the smaller. I love tomatoes. They're like my faves. And this bit smells like allotments. I will share with you Ellie's, yeah, definitely. So we're going to put them in here. Ooh, a big jar of tomatoes. I will share with you Ellie's Instagram account. And I'm going to follow the recipe now and show you what it looks like. I'm very excited. There we go. I mean, I can't eat them for a week. So next time we do a Friday reading vlog, I will try them. I'm really excited. I bet they're going to be delicious. So yeah, they're going in the fridge now. In they go. I'm going to put the washing out and then I will make the cakes. Let's get the cakes to the front. Let's get the bits out. 115 grams of softened unsalted butter. Well, that's perfect because, oh, I don't know if that's 115 grams. It's not, it's 78 grams. I don't think I've got any more. No. We'll have to use normal butter with it, I'm sure it'll be fine. 115 grams of caster sugar. I've just been using caster sugar for my tomatoes. 2 medium free range eggs. £115 grams of self-raising flour. Still haven't quite got out of the bag yet, so we'll use that. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of chopped fresh rosemary. There. Now, in order to save money, I bought a roasting herb mix which has rosemary, sage and thyme in, rather than buy a thyme and a rosemary. I'm just hoping that hasn't been too, it has. It stinking smells of sage, because I don't think sage will go very well with lemon, but hey, we'll do what we can. 20 ml of milk. 12 heaped teaspoons of lemon curd. Now, they're not going to be heaped. This is a lemon curd that I got in like a little hamper, so I thought I would use this. And some rosemary tips, so that's fine, I can use those. Right, let us get the washing out and then let us make some cupcakes. God, I wish I was eating those tomatoes. Right, I think I'll get making these rosemary lemon curd cupcakes. I don't know if I mentioned before, but I'm listening to the audiobook of Glorious Exploits by Fergia Lennon. Very much enjoying it. It's a sort of historical set in ancient Greece thing, but written by an Irish author and narrated by an Irish author, and it's got lots of Irish turns of phrases, and obviously his accent is Irish, and yeah, it just brings a whole new sort of level to it. Also, the narrator is horrible, but you're sort of rooting for his play that he's trying to put on. But yeah, anyway, so I'm going to do that now. Preheat the oven. The oven's already been preheated, so we should be good to go. And yeah, need to get me a whisk out. Whisk. Let's go. Cakes finished. They look delicious. Careful. Hopefully they taste nice. Actually, there's no time like the present, so I think I'm going to take them round to her now. Hopefully they're in. Otherwise I'll have to leave them outside, but yeah, I'm going to take them round there now. Well, rather disappointingly, when I got there, my dad's car wasn't on the drive, so I thought, oh, no one's in. I rang the door, I rang my mum, no one answered. I thought, oh well, they're obviously at Specsavers, because I knew they were going there today. So I thought I'll leave the cakes on the front doorstep. Took a photo and said there's cakes on the doorstep. Drove off, and then my mum rang me when I was on my way back saying I was in. I didn't know she was in. So I haven't been able to try one of the cakes, so hopefully they're nice. I don't know whether or not to make the coffee and walnut croissant pudding while I'm here, or to go and edit my video. I mean, there's stuff to do. Shall I make that? Do you know what? I think I might. 2 things in one day. That's wild. But I actually think I might. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing the second bake of the day. I've just edited my video. So now I'm gonna make my coffee and walnut croissant pudding. And for that I need 3 medium free range egg yolks. And you know, the last time I just needed egg yolks, I actually did use the whites the next day when I made scrambled eggs, so maybe I'll do that again. So 3 eggs, but to use the yolks. 50 grams of caster sugar, which seems to be the sugar of choice at the moment. 300 ml of single cream and some milk, 50 ml of milk. 50 ml of strong black coffee. This is the only person I know that drinks coffee is my brother-in-law, so I had to buy a sort of half decent one because he was laughing at my Maxwell House offerings. 4 leftover croissants. Well, these aren't leftover. Oh, lovely, there's actually 8 in here. I might have one now. I think I will. 50 grams of walnuts, finely chipped. I mean chopped. First. Use up the ones that are open. 2 tablespoons of demerara sugar. I've got a feeling that sugar is residing nearer the back. Am I going to create hell by doing this? I am. I just know it. Light brown soft sugar. Golden granulated. Oh, come on, I know there's demerara. Don't tell me. Oh God. Don't tell me it's in there. Enough. Wasted. Ah. Great news, it is. So I've got all of that to put back in. And that's it. Icing sugar for dusting. Sadly, I don't think I've got any icing sugar. Oh yeah, I have at the back. For dusting. Do I care about dusting? I think this chapati flour might have seen better days. Might be time to go. Oh no, it's not. It's not time to go. That's good. Only a little bit of icing sugar in here. So okay, right. Put everything else up there just for the time being. I really should rearrange some shelves, because now that I'm actually using my baking stuff weekly, the fact that it's in a shelf sort of tucked away doesn't really make sense. Croissants are nice, aren't they? Right. Should we get on with this while I carry on listening to Golden Glorious Exploits? That was pretty easy. You basically just slop it all in. And I didn't make the coffee that strong because I don't mind coffee flavoured stuff, but I don't like coffee. And I thought if I have a bit tonight, and then, as Rooney says, the leftovers reheats very well with the microwave for breakfast the next day. So David and I can have it for breakfast tomorrow. So I'm not going to put it on yet. She says eating a bit off the top. I think it's going to be really nice. But I can put it on once I've had my dinner. And I'm going to make my dinner at 6. So that it will be ready. Takes half hour and strictly starts at 6:35. Next time, amaretto panettone bread and butter pudding. Except I don't drink booze and this has got amaretto in it. So I'm hoping I purchased some almond flavouring, and I thought maybe I would make the equivalent of, like, because amaretto is like an almond flavoured alcohol. It doesn't have any, yeah, it doesn't have any sort of how much you should use, but I'm going to make some almond, 100 ml of almond flavoured liquid. I've already got a panettone, so yeah, hopefully that'll be lovely. That's for next time. And just while we're showing food, I'll show you what I'm having for dinner tonight, without putting anything down in all this egg mess I've created. Mapo style tofu with mushrooms, chilli and spring onions. Looks like this, but I'm not having rice, I'm going to have noodles. David doesn't really like noodles, and I really do. So I will have noodles while he is not here. Hello, happy Sunday. The hair's still going voluminous. Just been to pick David up, and then popped in to see my mum and dad on the way back to eat one of those cakes that I was telling you about, well, that you saw me make as well. Very nice. David didn't have one because they were very, very lemony. But I thought they were very, very nice. And then we just dropped something off at my sister's as well. And yeah, now we're home for the afternoon, although David's about to go to the storage. Oh, God, you'll be so good. David's about to go to the storage to drop off some of the Halloween gear. And then it's an afternoon in front of the telly. We want to watch Heartstopper. I really want to watch the thing with Kristen Bell and what's his name, Adam Brody in. And we've still got an episode of Slow Horses to watch as well. So that's going to be the afternoon. Whilst, oh, that's stuck on there. Cross-stitching to my heart's content. Now, I've made a mistake with this, and I think cross-stitching tips, I'll always take them in the comments, but I think what I should have done is I should have done the whole circle. I've made a bit of a mistake, David.
What's up?
This circle, I only did half of it, and I should have done the whole one because then it hasn't caught up with the path where it's supposed to. So in future, I think I need to be more of a completist. So what I should have done is maybe completed the border first, then done this rather than work top to bottom, and like when I've run out of thread, carried on with something else. Because yeah, it hasn't quite worked out, but I don't think it's going to be too noticeable.
No, not at all, bub.
But yeah, we'll take tips if need to. You're going to the storage, are you? Do you want to come and kiss me proper?
I do.
He's feeling a bit delicate. Are you feeling worse or better?
I feel a little bit worse at the minute.
He's just had to exert himself though, because he's just put things in the car and
help your father.
Help my dad with the log store. So yeah.
But I'll be right. It's what you need to do. You just need to get up and go. Oh,
there you go.
Daffy.
I know, she's been very super cute.
There's a little bug.
Oh, is there? She thinks all bugs belong to her. Careful, Daphne. Oh, it's a Spidey.
Oh, it's another one. Oh, there was a little bug on the mushroom as well.
Oh God, she's going mad. She's going down this.
Right, I'll be back in a little while.
Yes.
I don't need to get anything, do I?
No.
I think we're okay now. We've got everything for dinner.
Yeah.
Right,
What is it, baby?
I'll be back in a little while. I'm going to get petrol as well.
Good boy. David likes an errand. Take it easy though if you're not feeling very well.
Lock the door.
Yeah, if you could bring back another box of clothes, that might be nice.
Yeah, okay.
Love you. Right, so yeah. So I think what I'm going to do now is I will use now as an opportunity to listen to the piece of music from today and get myself set up for more cross stitch whilst telly's going on. So I'll go and find out what the piece of music for today is. What are you doing? I wonder if she gets bored being told she's so pretty all the time, but she really, really is. Oh, I don't even know what the date is today. It's the 6th of October, guys. Oh, and today's piece is called Autumn. It's by Frank Bridge, who lived between 1879 and 1941. These days, Frank Bridge is probably best known for being the adored teacher and mentor of Benjamin Britten. But having been a student of the legendary Royal College of Music, Professor Charles Villiers Stamford, Bridge was also a fine, if neglected, composer in his own right. When Britten first heard Bridge's music, he said he was knocked sideways, and this captivating little choral number, composed when Bridge was in his early 20s, had a similar effect on me. It sets music to Percy Bysshe Shelley's 1820 seasonally appropriate dirge from the Seasons. The warm sun is failing, the bleak wind is wailing, the bare boughs are sighing, the pale flowers are dying, and the year on the earth, her deathbed, in a shroud of leaves dead, is lying. Let's find it! I mean, you know me. She's into her seasonal stuff. Autumn by Frank Bridge. Here we go. Well, that was very lovely. It was ethereal almost. It felt sort of like it wouldn't have been out of place in like Lord of the Rings or something. It was very elvish and yeah, felt very autumnal and very ethereal and elvish. Can I say those words anymore? No. So yeah, there we go. And I sort of sat, so I got my needle threaded and then sat and listened to the rest of it like this. But it's only a short one, 3 minutes 41, but lovely, lovely piece. Really, I've discovered some lovely pieces. I don't think they're staying with me. I have noticed though, when I listen to Classic FM, which we're doing more and more, I am now beginning to recognise a few pieces, not many, but I'm sort of getting there with it. I'd love to get to the point, and I imagine I will, because we'll carry on doing this, where I can identify composers and things like that. But yeah, anyway, I think I'm going to put the washing off of the area, take the washing off the area, ready to put the next load of washing on the area. I'm going to change out of this skirt. I love this skirt, a denim number, but it is not compatible with slumping on the sofa all afternoon, because you just don't get much leg movement in it. It's quite narrow and it's a bit concerned. I've got a bit of a tummy ache as well. I think I was going on about how my tummy's been much better recently, and then I've got a bit of a tummy ache, but I wonder if it's because I've been eating a lot of stuff with soy sauce in it, and I definitely think soy sauce makes my tummy not feel the best, but it is delicious. So yeah, so I think I'll go and do all of those bits, and then if David's not back, I'll carry on. Oh yeah, let me update you on my reading. I'll carry on with Lolly Willowes. So I've read 120 pages of Lolly Willowes. I tell you what, it took a good 50 pages to get into it, because you're sort of hearing a potted history of Laura, that's the name of the character, Laura's life up until that, and then I really enjoyed it for about 80 pages, and whether or not it was because I took a bit of a break away from it, but now I'm feeling a bit sort of, it's all floating around again. But yeah, there's parts of this that I've really loved, but there's parts of it I've been like, just get through it, just get through it. So there we go. I haven't read any more of this, I don't think, since yesterday, so I'm on page 303 still, so I think probably I'll finish this maybe today. But I don't like to read hardbacks, although this one's not too bad. I don't like reading hardbacks in the bath because they're too heavy, but this one's a little one, so it'll probably be all right. But yeah, I'm going to have a bath later. I haven't had a bath this week. I think I had one on Monday. But like, because I've just been busy every evening, I haven't been able to tick my bath quote off that I need. Like, I like to have a bath because it just sort of calms me and warms me and Makes me feel nice. But yeah, right, so I'm going to go and do the washing now and change my trousies. My trousers. I'll change you some pyjama trousers. And yeah, we'll watch some telly. I'll show you some more cross stitch and we'll wrap this all up at the end. That hair is flamey. Hi! It's Monday. There's my Lolly Willowes book. I was looking for that this morning. Oh, Debbie's here. Get to go and see Lily. It's Monday, isn't it? She's just been snoozing on Daddy's jumper all morning. Just love the smell of you. You smell so pretty. So much fluff coming off her all the time. Who's that in that pretty picture? Shoot, look at all this fluff. It's Monday. I didn't wrap it up yesterday. I had a bit of an anxious afternoon yesterday. I can't really put it down to anything, which I know isn't always helpful. Like, I haven't felt anxious in a long time. But yeah, yesterday afternoon I felt very anxious. And I tried sort of attributing it to things. I hadn't had a particularly good night's sleep on the Saturday, and I never sleep very well when David's not here, and maybe I hadn't eaten the best and things like that. But couldn't really work out what it is, and I know that's not always helpful, like when you're suffering from anxiety. Hello, David. I'm just wrapping up the video. I'm just talking about when you're suffering from anxiety, sometimes you want to attribute it to, oh, it's because of this, but I couldn't really. But good night's sleep last night, feeling much better today. But obviously didn't wrap up the video, so here I am to wrap up the video. Did lots of lovely reading. Well over halfway through Lolly Willowes, which I'm enjoying, and will maybe finish tomorrow. And almost finished, less than 100 pages from finishing the Lost Bookshop.
Is that the one you thought was in the car?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you have a look in the car?
No, I haven't yet.
I found it. This is fine. Like, I'm quite enjoying the sort of like whimsical bookshop story, but so the three characters you're following, Opaline, and Martha and Henry. Martha and Henry are in a sort of like will they won't they relationship type thing, and it's getting a bit tiresome, the will they won't they, because they're always flying off the handle when someone's leaving some reason or thinking this person doesn't like it, and that is getting to me a bit. I mean, like I said, we're in the last 100 pages, so could have done without that, but yeah, otherwise it's been fine. But this one I'm quite enjoying, but took me a while to get into it, then was really into it, then took me a while to get back into it, and then into it again. So we shall see. Listen to me a piece of classical music. Let's answer the question and then we'll finish with a poem. I don't normally stand up to finish these videos. Do you remember the first book you read all by yourself? Now, I don't remember the specifics of the first books I read all by myself. I was an avid reader and I could read before I even went to school, which is very, very exciting. I should ask my mum and dad really what books I was reading before I went to school. I remember there was a Peter Pan Disney picture book that we had that I knew off by heart. Now, whether or not that's because I taught it to myself off by heart, but I remember being very, very young and being very invested in that and sort of performing that for people. Imagine me performing. I also remember I really enjoyed a series of books called Banana Books, which they had at my library. They were like short, hardback little books, probably about as big as this actually, with bananas all around the edges. And I remember avidly reading those by myself. So yeah, one of those. But would be interesting if anyone can actually remember the first book they read all by themselves, because I cannot. Right, what's the date today? Oh God, I've written it down. It was the 3rd then, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Thank you, David. Let's have a look what our poems are for today. So we've got From 1777 by Amy Lowell, or Birthday by Rachel Rooney. Let's go for Birthday. Autumn is a time when the wind starts blowing strongly, pulling leaves off trees and turning umbrellas inside out. In this poem, Rachel Rooney personifies the wind, transforming it into a character having a tantrum on their birthday. Sounds like I'm gonna like this. Wind was angry, slammed the door, smash went the glass on the kitchen floor. Out in the garden, wind shook trees, kicked up a fuss and a pile of leaves. Wind was howling, started to shout, "Who blew the candles on my birthday cake out?" Very enjoyable. Thank you very much for joining me for this Friday reading vlog. Hope you're all very well. As I said, this is a sort of bumper week for videos. There's a few extra videos, including there'll be a book haul going up tomorrow, there'll be a TBR going up on Friday, and then we're back to our normal schedule, and on Sunday there will be a Cosy Reading Night vlog because October the 12th, Saturday October the 12th is Bookshop Day, and I'll be doing Cosy Reading Night in conjunction with them. See you all soon, and goodbye. Goodbye!